Get ready for it. Inside Today brings you issues relating to family, peer pressure, drugs, substance abuse, societal and topical issues making rounds. Join Jumaine Manson on Global Television Monday to Thursday and a repeat every Friday. Time 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. Don't miss out.
Are you a food lover? Do you care about your health and nutrition? Are you interested in exploring the diverse culinary traditions from around the world? Then look no further. Introducing Lunch Global on Global Television, a show that takes you on a delicious journey through the world of food, nutrition, and diet. So, whether you're a seasoned foodie, a health enthusiast, or simply curious about the world of food, Lunch Global has something for everyone. Tune in Mondays to Fridays and let your taste bud take you on a journey of flavor, culture, and discovery on Lunch Global. Bon appetit!
Time check. It's midday. Then it's Midday Discourse. Midday Discourse is a program that covers trending local and international news, current issues, and human-related topics. Join Samuel D weekdays 1 p.m. on Global Television. The discussion starts here.
It's time for sports' biggest moments on Global Television. The headlines, scores, breaking news, and commentaries on sporty events. Talking with the biggest players, strikers, and about the slam dunks and goals, stunning saves, near misses, and upsets. Let's talk about the greatest home runs, comebacks, knockdowns, and victories. Talk sports with the king of sports, Anthony Momodou. Weekdays, 10 a.m. Don't miss out.
Hello, children. Gather around, let me tell you a story. Do you know that stories have a way of captivating the minds of children, bringing fun and imagination to teach them morals? Join Sharon Ajay as she takes you to explore the thrilling and exciting world of storytelling.
I'll be sharing with you our next interesting story.
Tune in every Saturday on Global Television, time 5:30 p.m.
Is the desk on Global Television?
Nigeria. Come join Anthony Momodou on television's most compelling and facts-finding talk live show.
We are definitely.
Can we not say that
dynamic because
that this country gets it right?
It's the Dex on Global Television, where we analyze and dissect storming issues and commentaries in the world's biggest black nation, Nigeria.
Who is being held accountable for this money?
The eyes have it.
We stay and decide policies and reforms on the Dex. Tune in Mondays to Fridays, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. on Global Television. Let's stay on the Dex.
Global Morning is your ultimate destination for engaging political and economic matters. I am Uyi Agmofwebe.
And don't forget to include social discussions. Tune in every weekdays from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. I am Queen Agaba.
For insightful breakfast ideas, business summaries, sports highlights, international and local news perspective, I am Anthony Momodou.
Don't miss the in-depth analysis of current and political issues by the Global Morning team and experts. I am Jumaine Manson.
Catch Global Morning here on Global Television. Getting on the action. I am Edikan Michael.
We are
the Global Morning team.
For an insightful idea that takes the center stage and the conversation that gets beyond the headlines, to explore the lasting impact of political decisions, Big Talk got you covered. From policy debates to geopolitical insights, from thought-provoking discussions to actionable insight.
What is the real responsibility of government?
Big Talk delves deep into the heart of the matter. Join us weekdays on Global Televisions from 6:30 6:30 p.m. for a riveting journey into the heart of politics, where we dissect issues shaping our society.
With every government and introduction of new policies, businesses of all kinds
On Global News Prime, President Tinubu arrives Ghana for AU media meeting. Edo Deputy Governor Shuaibu dumps PDP for APC. Presidency ploy to arrest Peter Obi over protest allegations. On the foreign scene, ICJ says Israel's continued occupation of Palestinian territory unlawful. Hello and welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to News Prime on Global Television. We're coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Queen Agaba. Would like to apologize for the delay in bringing you the News Prime. We're on DSTV channel 365 and Star Times channel 276. President Bola Tinubu has arrived in Accra, the Ghanaian capital, to participate in the 6th media coordination meeting of the African Union. The Nigerian leader, who is the chairman of the ECOWAS Authority of Heads of State and Government, departed at the early hours of today and arrived at the Kotoko International Airport, Accra, hours later. Tinubu was received at the airport by the Ghanaian Deputy Minister of Education, Professor Kingsley Nyako, Nigeria's Minister of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Yusuf Tuga, and Charge d'Affaires, Nigerian High Commission in Ghana, Ambassador Dayo Adeoye, among other officials. President Bola Tinubu has congratulated Justice Stella Anukam on her re-election as judge of the African Court on Human and People's Rights for another term of 6 years. Justice Anukam was re-elected at the African Union Media Coordination Meeting Executive Council in Accra, Ghana. The president, in a statement by his spokesman, Ajuri Ngelale, commended Justice Anukam for her contributions to the development of human rights jurisprudence on the continent. The Nigerian leader urged Justice Anukam to continue to bring her invaluable knowledge and insights to the African court. Edo Deputy Governor Philip Shuaibu has dumped the People's Democratic Party for the All Progressives Congress, APC. The Federal High Court sitting in Abuja reinstated Shuaibu as the Deputy Governor of Edo State. However, the Deputy Governor, who returned to the APC in Benin, the state capital, today with prominent members of the Dan Obi-led legacy group of the PDP, says he is back to add value to the party. The Peter Obi media breach has dismissed the allegation linking former Anambra Governor Peter Obi to a planned protest. The media office described the allegation by presidential media aide Bayo Onanuga as wild, wicked and baseless. In a statement by POMR spokesman Yunusa Tanko today, the media office said the presidency was planning to use the planned protest to arrest its former presidential candidate, Peter Obi. Nasarawa state government has appealed to the citizens to shun nationwide protests against the government of President Bola Tinubu. This is contained in a statement by Lafia by the State Commissioner for Information, Culture and Ibrahim noted that the Nasarawa state government believed in democratic government, especially efforts being made by President Bola Tinubu to provide good governance to grow the nation's economy. Tears flowed uncontrollably at Agulu, Anaucha local government area of Anambra State today when the funeral service of 13-year-old Emmanuela Ujungwa Orakweku one of the victims of the recent school building collapse in Jos Plateau State, was held. Emanuela's death was one of 22 fatalities in the tragic incident, which also left 150 persons trapped and later evacuated to hospitals for treatment. Her body was laid to rest at her father's compound with women, men and children wailing and consoling members of her family. The Niger Delta Indigenous Contractors Association has called on President Bola Tinubu to exclude the Niger Delta Development Commission from the Treasury single account to enhance the speedy execution of projects in the region. This is as the contractors threaten to take legal actions against the international oil companies operating in the Niger Delta for allegedly refusing to remit the 3% contribution to the NDDC. They said this trend has continued for over 5 years, thereby slowing down the implementation of projects for the good of the Niger Delta people. The police command in Lagos State has demoted a police inspector to a sergeant for trying to get money from a drone operator. The command spokesperson, SP Benjamin Hundayin, confirmed the decision of the news to newsmen today. He has been reduced in rank from inspector to sergeant on April 6, 2024. Hundayin responded to a viral video showing 2 police officers demanding a permit from a drone operator on the Lekki-Ikoyi link bridge. The Nigerian Police Force says in the last 6 weeks, the Nigerian Police Force has arrested 307 armed robbery suspects, 296 kidnapping suspects, 301 homicide suspects, 176 rape and defilement suspects, and 200 suspected cultists. The Force Public Relations Officer ACP Olumuyiwa Adejobi stated this while parading 35 suspects arrested by the Force Intelligence Department and Response Team in Abuja. Kike Lomo-Okere has details.
The Force Public Relations Officer ACP Muyiwa Adejobi says they recovered 284 firearms, 6,702 ammunition of various calibers, 107 vehicles, and rescued 97 victims. Adejobi highlighted the progress made in the force effort to combat crime in Nigeria. He attributed the successes to the implementation of policies and anti-crime strategies by the Inspector General of Police, which have been paying off.
In the last 6 weeks, the Nigerian Police Force has arrested 307 armed robbery suspects, 296 kidnapping suspects, 301 homicide suspects, 176 rape/defilement suspects, 204 suspected cultists, and we've been able to recover 284 firearms, 6,702 ammunition of various calibers, and 107 vehicles, and we were able to rescue 97 victims of kidnapping.
Adejobi revealed an 11-man gang syndicate who were arrested in connection with stealing and receiving stolen items. Attesting to the crime, Mustafa Usman, the son of a retired uniform officer, says their group specializes in visiting construction sites and stealing metals and rods used in the construction. They are also involved in receiving and selling stolen electrical products and household appliances.
No, I raised it inside my room. I'm not just wearing it. I'm not wearing it.
But you call yourself soldier.
Well, that's why they call you soldier. Why did you choose the name soldier and you are not a soldier? No, the time they arrested me, they have already used to call me with this name, soldier. No, it's only me that they arrested. Yes, for sub-target, they contrast the uniform with me.
The Nigerian Police Force, under the present leadership, has been committed to executing its statutory mandate as enshrined in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of.
The parade of suspects serves as a testament to the force's dedication to ensuring public safety and security in Nigeria. Items recovered include 284 firearms, 6,702 ammunitions of various calibers, 107 vehicles, 1 AK-47 with magazines, sledgehammer, carjack, among others. Kike Lomo Okeri, Global Television News.
Many people narrowly escaped death when a 20-foot container fell off a truck at Mangoro area of Lagos State today. The accident, which occurred around 6 a.m., was caused by a mechanical issue with the truck while it was navigating a bridge, causing it to roll backwards. Fortunately, no life was lost. However, the truck driver sustained injuries and was taken to the Lagos State University Teaching Hospital, Lasut, before the Eagle response team arrived at the scene. Meanwhile, safety measures were implemented to forestall any secondary incidents from being recorded during the operation. The Coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Professor Mohammed Pati, says the federal government will effectively deploy vaccines from the Gavi, the Vaccine Alliance, despite the spread of cholera outbreak slowing down, the country. The minister made this known while responding to a post made by the Chief Executive Officer of the vaccine firm, Dr. Sanya Nishtar, on X, formerly known as Twitter. In the post, Nishtar disclosed that the fresh cholera vaccines would soon arrive in Nigeria to help curb the deadly and ongoing outbreak. The Minister of Solid Minerals Development, Dele Alake, says the nationwide onslaught of the federal government against illegal mining has gathered momentum with the arrest of several suspects allegedly involved in the illegal mining of gold in Yagba East local government area in Kogi State. He says the operation carried out by the mining marshals in Uye Odogbe, Isanlu community of the local government area involved dislodging illegal miners whose activities have prevented lawfully authorized miners with licenses covering 4 cadastral units from accessing the sites for 16 years. Kikia Lamo-Okere has details.
The Minister of Solid Mineral Development, Dele Alake, says reports indicate that the nefarious activities have gone unhindered for over 20 years. The well-coordinated operations led by Commander Mining Marshal ACC Atta John Onoja resulted in the arrest of 7 suspects heading different groups of illegal miners in the area. Following the successful operations, site workers were given 5 days to completely vacate the site as operations to effectively secure the areas and ensure it is fully recovered for lawful mining activities to commence. It could be recalled that a similar operations was carried out recently by the mining marshal in Umonochi local government area of Abia State, leading to the arrest of 8 Chinese nationals and a Nigerian suspected to be involved in illegal mining. The trial of the suspects commenced last week at the Federal High Court, Abuja Division, and they were remanded in Kuje Prison until adjourned date. The Ministry of Solid Mineral Development, under the leadership of Dele Alake, says it is committed to fight the menace of illegal mining headlong and bring culprits to book. Kike Lomo Okeri, Global Television News.
Nigerian doctor and visual artist Fola David has surpassed the existing record for the world's largest painting by an individual. The 4th day of his attempt, David broke the previous record of 629.98 square meters held by Ravi Soni from India, and has said that he is determined to attain his ultimate goal of 1,000 square meters of art. In the course of his attempt, celebrities and dignitaries have visited David at the stadium to offer their support and witness his artistic feat firsthand. On the foreign scene, soldiers were patrolling Bangladeshi cities to quell growing civil unrest sparked by students' demonstrations, with riot police firing on protesters who defied a government curfew. This week's violence has killed at least 115 people so far. victims reported by police and hospitals poses a monumental challenges to Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina's autocratic government after 15 years in office. A government curfew went into effect at midnight, and the Premier's office asked the military to deploy troops after police again failed to subdue widespread mayhem. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Yusuf Tugar, and his South African counterpart, Ronald Lamola, have called on an immediate ceasefire in the ongoing conflict in Sudan. They lamented that the conflict had led to the death of innocent citizens, worsened the humanitarian crisis, displaced millions of people, and the destruction of critical infrastructure. According to a statement by Tugar's Special Assistant on Media and Pop Communication Strategy, Al-Qasim Abdul Qadir, the two ministers spoke at a meeting on the sidelines of the African Union Executive Council in Accra. They called for the commencement of a process to expedite access to humanitarian assistance in the country. The UN International Court of Justice declared that Israel's continued presence in the occupied Palestinian territory is unlawful and that all states are under an obligation not to recognize the decades-long occupation. Responding to a request for an advisory opinion by the General Assembly on the legal consequences arising from the policies and practices of Israel in the occupied Palestinian territory, including East Jerusalem. Unlike judgments in the contentious cases between states, advisory opinions are non-binding and are sought by United Nations bodies such as the General Assembly or the Security Council. In business, the federal government is set to spend 3 trillion naira on the new minimum wage and the payment of pensions and gratuities. The Minister of Budget and Economic Planning, Atiku Bagudu, disclosed this during a meeting with the Senate Committee on Appropriations chaired by Olamilekan Adeola. The minister presented the general principles of the newly amended 2024 budget to the committee at the meeting. The Central Bank of Nigeria has directed all banks and other financial institutions to transfer all dormant accounts, unclaimed balances, and other financial assets to its debt account. The Apex Bank made this known in a circular signed by its acting director of the Financial Policy and Banking Regulations Department, John Onoja. According to the CBN, all dormant accounts and unclaimed balances with banks for at least 10 years will be warehoused in a dedicated account known as the Unclaimed Balances Trust Fund Pool account. The Joint Committee of the House has asked major producers in the industry to tender a document on cost production to justify the price of cement in the market. The committee resolved to visit production plants of the companies after going through their books to ascertain the cost of production with a view to determine a fair price of cement for all Nigerians. The chairman of the Joint Committee, Jonathan Gaza, made the demand at a public hearing while quizzing Dangote Cement Company and Lafarge Africa PLC in Abuja. He says the committee is interested in the cost of production from 2020 to date that justify the current price of cement, which is over 10,000 naira in most parts of the country. And that's it on the News Prime, and it came to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. Don't forget, we're on Star Times channel 276 and DSTV channel 365. You can follow us on all social media platforms using @GlobalTVNG and other handles now showing on your screen. Let's take a look at some of our top stories. President Tinubu arrives Ghana for AU mid-year meeting. Edo Deputy Governor Shaibu dumps PDP for APC. Presidency ploy to arrest Peter Obi over protest allegations. On the foreign scene, ICJ says Israel's continued occupation of Palestinian territory unlawful. Many thanks for watching. I am Queen Agaba. See you again.